Here's a Swan 500C that I've been working on and I'm selling on eBay. This one I took out the finals and I put in 7854 finals. And so I'm running this thing on an HP23 power supply, which is down here. And the SX117 power supply is all packed up here, but when I run this thing on the SX117 power supply, I can get about almost 200 watts out of it on 40 and 80 meters. 20, 15, and 10 don't work. There's some problems in the driver circuitry, and I'm just kind of done messing around the radio. So that's why I'm selling this thing. I'm just kind of at the end of my rope as far as fixing radios. Just want to take a break. So, but did a lot of work in this thing. Put in the new finals. That took a lot of work to socket those in there, as they're not germane to the radio. Anyway, this will do about 100 watts on 40 meters. Here's 40 meters. It'll do 200 watts with a different power supply. So you probably have to get into that power supply and probably beef up the capacitors, and it should do 200 watts. Anyway, I'm not willing to go through any more work in these radios. I'm just like, they're gonna go cheap. Anyway, this thing receives well and transmits. You know, there's 75 watts on 40. Yeah, let's peak it up a little bit. There's almost 100 there. Okay, there's 100, so it'll do 100 easily. Oh, a little more. So yeah, this thing it'll crank up. It'll crank the power out. Give it a chance. Looks like we're gonna get about 110 watts out on 40. That's all we're gonna get on 40 with this power supply anyway. All right. On 80 meters, let's see if it'll go. There's 80. On these Swans, you just peak them for noise. That's not sounding too well. This one's kind of got a weird problem where the relay is a little sticky here, so it'll tick here. Then it'll kick in the receiver. That relay back there needs cleaned up a little bit. Anyway, here we are in 80. And let's see. Go up here a little ways. Peek it up. I'm not getting, okay. You gotta kind of fool with these Swans to get them to load up nice. When you go for good receive noise, then you know you're pretty close on transmit. Okay, now it's at least behaving. I don't think my antenna's good on 80, but let's see what happens here as far as SWR. All right, there's some power. Well, it's about 75 watts out of the gate. Do some grid action there, 100 watts, crank it a little more. 110 watts, okay, let's crank it a little more. Come on. I gave it some more load, it didn't like that. That's as low as it goes. Okay, one more. Cranking about 100 watts here on 80 meters, 110. Okay, let's see what this will do. It's good for about 120 watts, at least with that HP. A little more power supply. So how do you like that? I mean, it goes, right? Anyway, let's quit torturing the finals and listen on 80 meters here. It's early in the day. Well, there's somebody. This thing does receive well on 80 and 40. Yeah, it's me. I'm in Texas, and you sure can tell. Anyway, it's different in California, that's for sure. So this is 80 meters receiving. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff going on in Texas as far as 80 meters. More so than even California, where I was in Las Vegas. Okay, let's go to 40 meters. And, oh, damn, relay. There we go. Yeah, that relay back there needs cleaned up. It needs some attention. It's just a real bugger. Here's 40 meters. It's got good receive. Anyway,
but it's all better now, and I'm not going to complain.
It's got a good receiver, at least on. So, like I said, I don't think the 20 and I don't think these work. Let's see. Crank this way up. Yeah, there's nothing. That needs work. I'm not, well, that little bit there. Let's see, can we get an FT8? There's something. Works a little bit. No grid though. Yeah, it's got problems. 10. Anyway, that's the radio. Selling it, so if you want it, it's not that expensive. It's a pretty nice looking radio. It's even got a knob. There you are. Back to 20. Yeah, these bands need work. I'm not sure what the heck's wrong with them. But coil's goofed up or something, I don't know. Anyway, it has output on 40 and on 80. If that floats your boat, buy it. Let's try for some output again. There you go, hit it. Well, see, it loves to put out power. On 40 anyway, it'll crank out some power. Just ask it and receive. It loves to crank out power. All right, that's that. The finals. If I don't shock the crap out of myself here. Here's the finals in there. If the thing doesn't fall in there and short out. There we go. So those are the finals I put in the 7854s. Those things crank. They'll crank out 200, 300 watts. I was getting 400 watts out of finals like that with a 700C Swan that I sold. So I converted this one. There's some problem in the driver circuitry on 20, 15, and 10. But there's a finals I put in. Lots of work, kiddos. All right, this is going pretty cheap. So if you want it, there it is. Thanks for watching.